How to start Chiltepin pepper plants from seed. Growing Chiltepin peppers from seeds indoors is a rewarding experience, and with proper care, you'll be enjoying their fiery bite in no time. Here's a step-by-step guide to get you started. 1. Timing. Chiltepin peppers are fast to germinate but slow to mature, so start your seeds indoors to keep them little yard bugs from eating the first leaves that sprout from the seed. Bugs love them first 2 leaves because they carry a lot of nutrients. During the cold season, start them indoors for 8 to 10 weeks until they grow a few set of true leaves, but don't leave them outside until the last frost date in your area. This will give them enough time to grow strong before being transplanted outdoors. 2. Materials. Seed starting trays or small pots with drainage holes. Seed starting mix. I've had a great success rate using basic potting mix. I use and recommend Miracle Grow potting mix. Chiltepin pepper seeds. Spray bottle. Heat mat, optional. Grow light, optional. 3. Sowing the seeds. Fill your seed starting trays or pots with moist seed starting mix. The mix should be light and well draining. Place 1 or 2 seeds on the surface of the mix, spacing them about an inch apart. Cover the seeds with a thin layer of mix, about 1/4 inch deep. Gently mist the soil with water to settle it and avoid disturbing the seeds. 4. Germination. Place the trays or pots in a warm location with bright light. A heat mat can help maintain a consistent soil temperature of 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, which is ideal for germination. Keep the soil moist, but not soggy. Mist the soil surface regularly or place the trays on a humidity tray filled with pebbles and water. Germination can take anywhere from 7 to 21 days, so be patient. Once you see sprouts emerge, remove the heat mat, if used, and gradually introduce the seedlings to direct sunlight. 5. Seedling care. Once the seedlings have a few true leaves, thin them to 1 plant per pot or cell. You can gently transplant the extra seedlings to other pots if you wish. If too many were started together and roots are tangled, dip the roots in a cup of water and gently pull them apart. Never transplant when the soil is dry. Moisten soil before transplant and ruffle the roots to stimulate growth if the roots were balled up. Water the seedlings regularly, allowing the soil to dry slightly between waterings. Never use bottled water or water softener water. Use only tap water, distilled water, or the best of all, rainwater. Provide them with at least 6 hours of bright light per day. You can use a grow light if natural light is limited. Fertilize the seedlings with a half-strength liquid fertilizer every 2 weeks, but I actually didn't use any special fertilizing to grow. The first 2 leaves are there to feed itself in the beginning, so do not bottom prune until mature or until those first 2 leaves fall on their own. 6. Transplanting. When the weather warms up and the danger of frost has passed, you can harden off your Chiltepin pepper seedlings before transplanting them outdoors. This involves gradually exposing them to outdoor conditions for a few weeks. Choose a sunny location with well-draining soil for your Chiltepin peppers. Dig holes slightly larger than the pots and gently transplant the seedlings, making sure not to disturb the roots too much if you are not familiar with transplanting, but make sure to loosen the tips and the sides if your plant is root-bound. Water the plants well and continue to water them regularly throughout the growing season. If you notice the plant has stopped producing flowers and fruit, take a banana peel and let it soak in a gallon of water for 24 hours and water the plant at least once per week to help it flower and fruit. Banana water becomes potassium, which is the only fertilizing I have used. That process is called fermentation. For green growth, you can also soak bean in water to create nitrogen water. Eventually, the Chiltepin pepper leaves will fall off and feed the soil as they compost. The leaves are full of nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. You can also fermentation the leaves for 24 hours to create your own fertilizer water for plants. 7. Harvesting. Your chiltepin peppers will be ready to harvest when they turn bright red and are plump to the touch. You can harvest them individually as they ripen and will easily pull off when they are ready. Chiltepin peppers are incredibly hot, so be sure to wear gloves when handling them. Tips: Chiltepin peppers are relatively disease-resistant, but they may attract pests like aphids or spider mites. Keep an eye out for these pests and treat them organically if necessary. For aphids, I simply spray them off with the water hose. The hose set to the shower setting, with the leaves laid flat on a flat surface. Spray them off, repeat every few days if necessary. The leaves will not fall off with the water pressure unless they were ready to fall off. Repeat if aphids come back. Usually ants put them there to harvest the aphids' juice they lay out, so make sure to spray the water away from the soil, and not into the soil to keep them off and out of the soil. Chiltepin peppers are self-pollinating, so you only need one plant to produce fruit. With proper care, your chiltepin pepper plants should produce peppers for several years. These are perennial plants and can grow for 20 years and over 10 feet tall if taken well care of during the freezing temperatures. I hope this guide helps you successfully start your chiltepin pepper seeds indoors. With a little patience and care, you'll be enjoying homegrown hot peppers in no time.